Hey everyone, welcome to That's Some Idea. I'm Erica. If you are returning, hey. If you are new, subscribe, come hang out. I'm going to do a Dollar Tree haul today. I went to two different stores, so this is going to be really big, and I might break it down into two different videos, but we'll kind of see how we go as I move along with the bags. But grab you a drink. We are going to get into this haul. I grabbed a little bit of everything, and I even grabbed myself a really big tote bag that I had them put everything in, which I was super excited about. So I'm just going to pick and pull from the bag. I didn't break anything down into categories with this one. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. First thing I needed to re-up on tissue. We have all, at this point, starting with me, several weeks back, have gone through a crazy head cold, and the tissues in the house just went out the window because everybody was sneezing and coughing and just dealing with this crazy head cold that went through our house. So I grabbed another one of those to have in our bathroom. And then I was also able to find two more of these. I had hauled these previously. I'm still on the hunt for one of the bigger canisters I don't think it's Nordic. I think it's another brand, but I am definitely on the hunt for the scent boosters in the bigger container. But I did grab two more of these. These smell great. I love to put these in with my bedclothes wash, like my sheets and my blankets. They just smell really nice. And then in sort of the food area, there's no rhyme and reason to this haul. I'm just grabbing. In the food area, my husband loves these. I love the originals. He likes the wheat. They didn't have originals this time, but they did have wheat of the Monet crackers. So I grabbed him a box of the Monet Wheats crackers. And then I grabbed 2 cans of the Goya chickpeas, or garbanzo beans, however you say it. I love to put these in soups. I also love to roast these and put them on top of salads. So I grabbed 2 cans of those. Put that down. And then I think that's everything for food. In the sort of hair aisle, I grabbed 3 of these. And if you notice in my hair, mine is not a bow. It is a scrunchie that just has the fabric that hangs down. I love that when I'm wearing a ponytail. It gives my ponytail a little bit of an extra oomph. But I grabbed 3 of these in different colors. I grabbed these massive bows with the fabric hanging down. I grabbed it in black. I grabbed it in this pretty mauve color. And I grabbed it in the cream white color. My daughter loves to have bows in her hair. And like I said, I love to do this. This is wonderful, just for fun, whimsy. And when your hair is up in a ponytail and you can just add something extra to it. These are just wonderful. So grab 3 of those. And I think they'll need to be, they just came out of the box, so I'll probably take my steamer to them and just sort of steam out some of the wrinkles in the fabric that hangs down. But I thought those were just wonderful. And then in the makeup aisle, for me to try, I grabbed, there were 3 different colors that I decided to grab. I love the packaging. It was the LA Colors eyeshadow stick crayons. And I grabbed it in, I don't know if these have a name. Oh, they do. I grabbed it in Glam, which is kind of like a gold copper shimmer color. And then I grabbed it in Groovy, which is more of a matte brown. And then I grabbed it in Cruising, which is a more like a shimmer muted tone, which I think will be great. They show it here as like a highlighter up by your brow. So I thought that was great to just define. So I grabbed that. And then I also grabbed the Be Pure Glow Up highlighter. I thought that was really That was just a really nice neutral highlighter to grab a little on your finger and then dab. And this actually has an applicator, so you don't even have to use your finger. You can actually use the applicator, and this is in Shimmering Pearl. So wanted to try those out. And then in the, let's see, where do I want to go? In the sort of laundry area, the cleaning area, this was new. And I think this is the brand that I'm waiting on for the scent beads, this Bermuda brand. I grabbed this to try. This is the Bermuda Blue Citrus Solid Gel Air Freshener. I have a bookshelf in my upstairs hallway that I love to put either like a gel freshener, or I love to put the reed diffusers. It just sort of have that kind of corner up in my upstairs hallway where that bookshelf is, just to give it just a nice scent throughout the hallway. So I was hoping that this would work really well up in that corner of my hallway. And this is closed, and I can't really smell anything through the container, so I'll have to open it up there and try it out. But I am excited for this. And then in the laundry area, I grabbed this. I grabbed the Powerhouse 1 soap stick with essentials oils of lemongrass. And this reminded me of, oh, what is it? Miss Laundry or something like that. Nellie's, where it's the stain stick. And that's kind of what this reminded me of, is if it's a dupe of the Nellie's stain stick. Let me know if you've tried this. I'm excited because if this is a dupe to that stain stick works wonders. So I was excited to pick one of those up and try. And then in sort of the art aisle, and then off of the art aisle, like on the end cap, they had some spring stuff. But then in the craft or square aisle, I grabbed the finger protectors for the glue sticks. I need to redo pieces to my Easter wreath, and some of the pieces fell off from last year, so I wanted to reglue it and kind of put it together and give it a fresh look. And so I was grabbing, protectors for my fingers as I'm sort of sticking things around my wreath. So I grabbed that for myself, and I thought this was a new garland that was off of that end cap, right off of the crafter square area. This is the Spring Fling Garden, and these are tulips. And I love this. I love this for not just as a garland, but if you want to put this around a wreath, if you are using this for other, other art crafts, if you like to build journals or book binders for journals, this is something really nice you can kind of put on the top. Or if you do photo albums, you can use these. So there's lots of different ideas, and this was new. I just loved all the different colors that it looks like tulips, and they've got some good, fluffiness to the tulip head. I thought those were nice. So I grabbed that. And then in sort of the spa aisle where all the soaps and stuff are, I know I have hauled the jasmine and green tea by I think it was Global Beauty Care. Yeah, it was Global Beauty Care. This one's actually by Spothecary. They had multiple sets, but I grabbed this one because I thought this would be really nice, a really nice smell to try. This is by Spothecary, and then it's Island Hibiscus. And I got the body scrub, and I also got the in-shower balm, which is infused with shea oil. And I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it says, use your normal shower products and rinse skin clean. Then apply in-shower body balm to wet skin from your neck to your toes, avoiding the bottom of your feet. Rinse your body and then pat dry. So maybe it's sort of like an in-shower like lotion. If you don't like necessarily the feel of lotion, if you feel it gets sticky, this might be a nice alternative. So I grabbed that. And then I also grabbed the body wash and bubble bath. So you could start with your body wash and bubble bath. You could exfoliate and then use the balm and just have a spa day in the shower like we all need. I know I do. So I thought that would be a nice scent to try. I don't think any of these are open. No, they are all closed. That's not a bad thing. Nope, they're all closed. And then the last thing in this bag from that store, I grabbed one more of this Apothecary. I got the, just the scrub, the Coastal Capri. I didn't necessarily want the whole set. I really like the scrubs because afterwards in the summertime, I love to just put on my own body butter. So this is just a nice way to exfoliate. So I grabbed one of those. And this also is closed. I'm loving that all of these are closed. You can't smell them, but that's okay. So I will close this video up with this. And I guess the last thing that I did get, like I said, was I grabbed the big bag. So I grabbed that for myself, and that was also $1.25. This is huge. And I was able to put everything from this store into that bag without having to grab the plastic bags. Let me know what your favorite thing was in this round. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do come hang out longer, and I'll see you all on part 2 on the next go around.